Guys, welcome back to Grace Gowdy Pilates. I'm going to take you through a reformer workout. You'll need a chi ball and I've got a medium resistance band. You're going to place the band above your knees and I want you to have 2 red springs and 1 blue spring. So that's 2.5 springs. You're going to lie onto your back, heels are coming onto the foot bar, hip width distance apart, arms are by your side. Let's start to work into our bridge. So you're going to start to imprint the small of your back into the carriage. Peel the tailbone off, lift the hips up to the ceiling, press evenly through both heels. And then I want you to lower yourself down 1 vertebrae at a time. Exhaling, imprinting, peeling your tailbone off, lifting the hips up. Keeping the hips high, I want you to press through both heels, lengthen your legs, and then inhale, bend the knees, draw the carriage back in. Keep those hips lifted as you press away from the foot bar, and then inhale, draw the carriage all the way back in. Can you continue this movement but with your left leg in tabletop? So pressing away and then drawing the carriage back in. 1 more like this. Draw it all the way in, place the left heel onto the foot bar, float your right leg into tabletop. You've got 3 extensions here. And 2, keeping your right shin parallel to the ceiling. Last 1. Draw the carriage in, place your right heel onto the foot bar, and then lower yourself down 1 vertebrae at a time. Grab hold of your chi ball. I want you to lie onto your right side. You're going to place the chi ball onto your headrest, so it's a little bit of a pillow. Send your bottom towards the back of the carriage. Have your left foot on the foot bar nice and flat. You're going to exhale, press away from the foot bar, lengthen your left leg all the way, and then inhale to bend. Keeping your right leg bent and on the carriage. So you're pressing away through the left leg and then inhaling to bend, continuing this movement. Last one, pressing out all the way, coming down halfway, little tiny pulses up and down here. Using your breath, just think 2 inches up, 2 inches down. Keep pulsing the left leg. Now hold the carriage still. I just want you to swivel on your left heel, draw your toes and knee up to the ceiling, and then draw it back in line with the foot bar. So the carriage is still, you're just externally rotating the left leg up to the ceiling and then lowering it down. Hold that external rotation. Now press out through the left heel, lengthen your leg all the way, and then inhale to bend. Pressing out through the heel, keep the knee reaching up to the ceiling. And coming down halfway, little tiny pulses up and down using your breath here. Keep drawing the knee up to the ceiling, working that glute. Pressing out all the way and then draw the carriage in. You can lower the leg down, tap out your glute if you need to. And good news is you've done one side, now we're going to do the other side. So turning over, place your right foot onto the foot bar, have a bit of tension on that band. Lifting out of your bottom waist, you're going to press out through the right foot, lengthen your leg, and then inhale to bend. And now coming into your pulses, 2 inches up, 2 inches down, using your breath. Hold the carriage still halfway. Let's swivel on the heel. So draw the knee and toes up to the ceiling without letting the carriage move. Keep working into your glute and your abductor. Hold the knee out and then press through the heel, lengthen your leg, and then inhale to bend. Keep the knee and toes reaching up to the ceiling. Coming down halfway, then little tiny pulses up and down. Keep the knee and toes reaching up. You guys have got it. Let's lengthen the right leg all the way, bend the knee, draw the carriage in. Roll onto your back. You can take your band off. Just place it off to one side, then give yourself a glute stretch. So bring your right ankle over your left knee. You can press out on your right knee if you want to. Just get that release through the glute. And then when you're ready, you can swap to the other side. Left ankle over right knee. Get that stretch and release. So you're going to come up from there and we're changing over to one red spring. Then I'm going to get you to lie all the way back down. Shuffle away from the shoulder rest so you can interlace your fingertips together. I want you to curl yourself up and hold that chest lift position. Your toes are on the foot bar, your heels are glued together. I want you to inhale, lower both heels underneath the foot bar, then exhale, lift both heels back up. So it's a calf raise here, but you should feel a connection through your upper and lower abdominals as well. Just lifting and lowering those heels, working through your ankle flexibility and ankle mobility. You're going to lift the heels, bend the knees. This time I want you to jump away from the foot bar and lose contact with it. You're still keeping your chest lift position. Just be mindful to catch yourself with the foot bar when you draw yourself back in. And be careful not to jump too much. You don't want to ping pong between the front and back of the reformer. Keep the chest lift, belly buttons drawing to your spine. Thinking about drawing your lowest rib down to meet your hip bones. If you would like, you can add in little beats of the leg. So I'm pressing out, drawing my right leg over my left and then alternating midair and then catching myself in the Pilates V position. Just do a few more. And catch yourself, draw all the way in, have a little breather. You're gonna curl up from there. And we're changing to a blue spring. So this is half a red spring. So it makes it harder on the abdominals. It's easier to press away, but you have to hang 10 for longer. So just be careful to not ping pong between the foot bar and the end of the carriage. So nice, easy jumps to start with. Lengthen the legs. You'll notice that it takes me a little bit longer to find the foot bar because it's a lighter spring. So pressing away, keep that chest lift, using your breath. You can add in the beats of the legs if you want to, otherwise keep the chest lift and keep jumping away. Nice, catch yourself, extend the left leg up to the ceiling. As you jump away with your right, you're gonna reach your right leg up to the ceiling and swap legs midair. So keeping your chest lift, you're working your upper and lower abdominals here, just scissoring the legs. Nice work, lucky last one. We're gonna add in a little pelvic tuck. So legs are in parallel. As you press away from the foot bar, bend your knees. Start to bring your bottom off the carriage, so a little pelvic tuck, and then find the foot bar again. If this is too much, just continue with your straight jumping. Nice. Find the foot bar with your feet. Place your feet wide onto the foot bar. Grab hold onto your shoulder rest. Just drop your knees from side to side, and whichever direction you're dropping your knees, you can look in the opposite direction, so you get your full spinal twist. Nice. Coming up and out of there, we're keeping the blue spring. You're just going to step to the side of your reformer. I want you to grab hold of your short loop with your right hand. Your right leg's floating into tabletop. You're going to step back, add in a little lunge of the legs as you pull a single arm row. So you're inhaling, stepping back, single arm row, releasing, and then floating your right leg back into tabletop. You're going to step back, hold it here. I just want you to continue single arm rows with your right arm here. Shoulders are relaxed, your gaze is forward, using your breath. On this next one, keep your right elbow in close by your waist, little tiny pulses up and down through the legs. Keep the shoulders down, keep your gaze forward, use your breath. And stepping up all the way. Place your long loop onto your shoulder pin. Well done. Now we're going to turn around to face towards our foot bar. Reach back behind you, grab hold of your long loops. If you want more resistance though, grab hold of your short loops. You're going to exhale, bring your hands in line with your shoulders, and then inhale, bring the hands by your hips. Gazes forward, belly buttons draw into your spine. Always be careful with this one that you don't release the arms too quickly. Otherwise you might feel that sensation of you're going to fall forward. So nice and controlled, belly buttons draw into your spine. Bring your hands in line with your shoulders. Flip your palms to face towards one another. You're going to inhale, open the arms out, and then exhale, draw your fingertips back together. Shoulders are relaxed, soft bend through the elbows, working into your hugger trees. Last one here, draw the hands down by your side, lower your bottom to your heels. You can place your long loop onto your shoulder pin, but you can still hold onto your short loop with your left hand. Your left leg's going to float into tabletop. Let's work into the legs and the arms. So stepping back, exhale, pull, inhale, float the left leg back into tabletop. Last one, stepping back, just continue with the single arm pull, using your breath. Shoulders are relaxed, gaze is forward. Keep the left elbow in close by your waist, little tiny pulse up and down through the legs. Last one, standing up nice and tall, place your long loop onto your shoulder pin. Well done, guys. So let's grab hold of your short box now. We're going to place it over our shoulder rests, and I want you to place your feet onto the platform. Your forearms are coming on top of the box if you have any wrist issues, and then if you want to make it a little bit harder, you can place your hands on top of the box. To make it harder again, you can step your feet up onto your foot bar. We're going to hold a plank here. Lifting out of your shoulders, feel like you're pulling apart that box with both arms. Legs are nice and straight. From here, without letting the lower half move, I just want you to start to slide the arms forward and then draw them back in line with your shoulders. So sliding the arms forward and then drawing them back in line. Start to feel that shake through the upper abdominals. Keep lifting out of the arms. Now bring your hands in line with your shoulders. We're going to pike the hips up to the ceiling and then inhale to lower them down. Exhale, pike them up, inhale to lower. So see if you can try and draw that carriage all the way to the stopper. Keep using your lower abdominals here, legs are straight. As you pike your hips up, draw your gaze in between your feet and then inhale, lower down. One, draw the carriage in, just hold, keep drawing it in, hold for 2, 1, and then carefully step down. Well done, guys. Let's now change that short box to a long box. You're still on the blue spring. You're going to come into a 4-point kneeling position. Let's grab hold of your long loop with your left hand. You're going to place the long loop over the arch of your left foot. Walk your knees back so they're under your hips, and then draw your shoulders over your wrists. I want you to press back through the left heel, lengthen your leg all the way, and then inhale, bend the left knee. So really driving out through the heel. Keep lifting out of your shoulders here. Keeping the left leg straight, I want you to inhale, lower the leg down to the side of the reformer, then exhale, kick back through the left heel, draw the leg back. Inhale, sweeping it down by the side, exhaling, kicking back. Keep lifting out of your shoulders, belly buttons drawing to your spine. On this next one, keep sweeping the leg back, little pulse up to the ceiling, using your breath, keep working that glute, you're on the home stretch. Bend the left knee, let's take your foot out of that long loop. Well done. Place the long loop onto your shoulder pin, and then we're going to swap over to the other side when you're ready. So grab hold of your right long loop, we're going to place it over the arch of your right foot this time. Walk the knees back so they're in line with your hips. Your shoulders are over your wrists. Let's drive through your right heel, lengthen the leg all the way, and then inhale to bend. That all the way, then you're going to inhale, sweep it down to the side of the reformer, then exhale, kick back. Inhaling and then exhaling, sweeping back. Good. Keep lifting out of the shoulders, keep the right leg straight. Keep reaching back through the right heel, little tiny pulses up and down using your breath. The right knee, draw the carriage in. You can take your foot out of that long loop, place the loop onto your shoulder pin, and we're going to change that box now to a short box again. We're going to work into our obliques. So place it in between your shoulder rests and your shoulder pins if you're tall. If you're not, you can place your box just before your shoulder rests. You're going to grab hold of the strap that's at the base of the reformer. You're going to place your left foot in it. With your right leg, you're going to bend it up on the box. Right hands onto your headrest, left hands behind your head. Keeping the majority of your weight through your right hand, I want you to bend at the elbow and then exhale to extend. This is going to put it into your tricep. Use your breath here. So you inhale, bend, exhale, extend through the arm. If you want to make it more challenging, bring the right hand behind the head, then continue with that movement. Keep working through the side waist. Flex the left toes. Last one before we repeat the series again. So place your hand onto the headrest. You're just going to bend and extend at the elbow. It's almost like you're dunking your head down into the well and then lifting it back up. If you'd like to make it a little bit more challenging, you can start to float the right hand behind the head. We've got 5 like this. Inhale, exhale, lift for 4, for 3, 2 more. The last one. Place the hand down. You're going to get a nice stretch and release through the side of the body. So you can rotate around to the frame of the reformer. Place the left hand on the left side, the right hand on the right. And then I just want you to slowly unwind, come all the way up. We're going to repeat that little series on the other side. So left leg's bent, right foot's flexed, left hand's onto the headrest. Gazes forward, just bending, extending through the left arm. You've got a couple more like this. If you'd like to make it more challenging, float the left hand behind the head. Continue with that movement using your breath. You've got 3 more. Exhale, lift 2. Final 1, place the left hand onto the headrest. Just continue with the tricep presses. You've got 3. And 2. Final 1, left hand behind the head. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Good. You've got 4 more. And for 3, I know these are intense. You've got 2. Last one, left hand comes onto the headrest. Reach up and over, get that nice deep stretch through the side. Then rotate around, get that stretch. And then slowly start to unwind. Come all the way up. Let's take that box off, place it off to one side. Once that's on the floor, let's add on a red spring. So you've got 1 red, 1 blue. You're gonna line to your back grab, hold onto your long loops. Just place 1 foot in at a time. Keeping the feet together, keeping your tailbone anchored. I want you to inhale, float the legs up to the ceiling, and then exhale, reach the legs away from you. So just coming into your lift and lowers, you want to keep the pelvis nice and stable here. If you start to feel it move back and forth, just make the movements a little smaller. Float the legs up to the ceiling. Let's open them out wide this time. Circle them down and around. Connect your feet together and then float them back up. Open out, circle down and around. Nice. And then you're going to reverse your circles in the other direction. Nice circles, keeping the pelvis still, belly buttons drawing to your spine. Bring the legs together. You're going to bend the knees, keeping the carriage still. Extend the legs out long. With 2 straight legs, you're going to draw the heels together. And then I want you to repeat that. So you're bending the knees, keep the carriage still, extend them out, and then draw the heels together. It's almost like a little bit of a breaststroke action. If this is too challenging though, just come into regular froggy. So just bend and extend through the legs. Now let's reverse it. Open the legs out, keep the carriage still as you bend the knees, then press out through both heels, lengthen your legs. Open out, bend the knees, heels connect, press out all the way. Straighten through the legs, float the legs up to the ceiling, flex the toes back. Get that hamstring stretch and the release. And then you can open the legs out wide, get an inner thigh stretch and release. You can add in a little rock onto those ropes. Draw the legs back together. Let's take your feet out one at a time. Place the lung loops onto your shoulder pins, and you guys are all finished. Thank you so much for joining. I'll see you again next week.